You can never have too much Bitcoin mining hash rate. Isn't that right, Red Panda? Let's pop this thing open. Plebsource. 6 terahashes of Bitcoin mining power. Yes, this thing is sweet. Red Panda Mining Edition. Let's go! I have fun with this stuff, so I hope you guys can forgive me for my goofiness sometimes. But anyway, let's get real. This is a 6 terahash Bitcoin miner from Plebsource, and it's the Red Panda Mining Special Edition, like I said. So it's a Red Panda Mining Hammer BC04 Rev 7 Pro, 6 terahash per second. It's a mouthful, but basically it just means it's a very efficient desktop miner. It was built from the ground up to be able to be a very efficient, very quiet home miner. It says it represents the new evolution in ASIC home mining, redesigned from the ground up for greater stability, cleaner power delivery, and a smoother, more refined home mining experience. So I think it's really cool looking. I love the little Red Panda mining symbol on the back. I love the color combo, the red and the white. Thermalright fan. Huge heat sinks right where you want them to be. Nice little screen. We're gonna, of course, pop this thing out of the box, all of the accessories, everything that comes with it. We're gonna put it together. We're gonna get it hashing. We're gonna run some tests like a decibel meter. We're gonna hook it up to my meter box to see how much power it pulls. And we're gonna do some thermal imaging testing on it like I always do with my thermal camera, the Predator. So let's take a look real quick at the specs. We'll just scroll all the way down. Hammer BC04. 4 SHA-256 BM series ASIC chips, 6 terahash per second is typical. We'll see what I get. We're talking about 100 watts here, and it says if you tune it, it could be a little bit more, of course. I haven't hooked this thing up yet, so I don't know what kind of overclocking options there are, if there are any. 15 to 16 joules per terahash, that's the efficiency range. And I love that I can hook up LAN to this thing. If I solo mine, I don't really want to do it on Wi-Fi if I can help it. I'd rather have it hooked up to LAN. I want to get my own Bitcoin node set up and mine to my own node. And that way I have low latency. And if there's ever a chance I could hit a block, maybe it'd be improved because I have fiber internet here. So it's like, it probably will never happen, but I want to increase the odds if I can. So it's got a OLED screen. We'll fire it up and see what that looks like. And it says, like I said, upgraded fan, Thermalright. Nice looking fan. So let's go ahead and pull everything out of the box and get a better look at this and plug it in and get it all fired up and do some testing. Let's pop this open again with less flare this time. We'll just pull it out of there. You guys saw it in the intro. Very nice. Let's peel this off. That's the most satisfying part. Peeling that plastic sheet off the screen. All right, let me set this down. Comes with the power supply. If you don't live in a foreign land, if you're part of the good old USA, it does come with the proper plug. It comes with a beefy power brick. You see the specs on it. Bam, there you go. And looks like we got a stand here. Anything else? There we go. All right, let's pop it into the stand. And I haven't done this before, but it looks like it just slides right in there. Very nice and easy. Okay, let's pop the Ethernet cable in and let's plug this in and see what happens when we fire it up. The spot where you plug it in, it's not kind of like a typical barrel plug or anything like that. This is what it looks like right here. Get up close there. That's where you plug it in. Let me plug this into the meter box so we can see how much power it's pulling. And fingers crossed, no smoke. 1, 2, 3. Do it. Hammer miner. Let me pop this camera off to bring you a little closer here. Very cool. That is a nice screen. I'm used to the no animation, no color, very simple screens. This is a nice looking screen. So it's firing up, fan is spinning. Right now as it's ramping up. We are pulling 110 watts so far. So we'll let it ramp up for a minute, and then I will log into this thing. Just gotta find it on my network, which should be super easy because I just got it plugged right into Ethernet. So let's hop into the computer and get this thing fired up. Right off the bat, I gotta say, I love this dashboard. It is very sleek and very easy to use, very easy to understand. Hash rate currently 6.14. We've been running for about 20 minutes. Here's your firmware version, and here's your hashboard temperatures. Here's your power draw, input voltage, ASIC frequency, if you decide you're gonna mess with the clocks on this, and voltage. Right now, I'm showing around 104 watts on my meter box, and in the web GUI, it's showing 94 watts. So a little discrepancy between the meter box and my dashboard here. So just be aware, you might be pulling a little bit more, and I usually can count on the meter box to be pretty accurate. So maybe we're pulling a little bit more than it's showing in the dashboard here. Wi-Fi status, it says not connected because I've got the Ethernet hooked up, of course. Now to set it up, I already set it up because it was so easy. I just hopped right into it. Network, like I said, Ethernet. If you want to connect it to Wi-Fi, here's where you can punch in your SSID, Wi-Fi password. By the way, I just found this on my network and punched in the IP address in the Chrome browser, and boom, you're in the dashboard. Sorry, I kind of skipped over that, but that's pretty much what you do with almost any miner anyway. So now let's go ahead to where we configure the pool. For now, I'm just using CK pool, and I love how easy this is. Quick select, boom, CK pool. If you want to use Mining Dutch, boom, Mining Dutch, or via VTC, set solo and dashboard. I have been using solo CK pool lately for my little solo miners, and it automatically put in the Stratum host. Then all you got to do for your Stratum user is punch in your Bitcoin mining address. I'm using my Tangent wallet. If you guys want to use a Tangent wallet to mine too, also, you can use discount code GreaterGood for 10% off. The link in the description will automatically apply that discount. And they also have a sale going through Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. You get 50% off a second set, plus an extra 10% off your order, plus $10 in Bitcoin rewards. And that's through May 10th. So tomorrow, that's Mother's Day. Like I said, happy Mother's Day to you moms out there. Back in the Hammer Miners dashboard, once you punch in your Bitcoin mining address, you can put .worker name, and that way you can kind of keep track if you have more than one of them on the pool. And then Stratum passwords, whatever you want it to be. Then you have to hit save and restart the miner. And I've already done that. So another thing I want to show you guys is a settings page. Right now I'm in overclock mode, and you can go to normal mode, and then you can also customize the voltage and frequency. I probably won't mess with that in this video, but maybe in a future video I'll see what I can do and tweak this thing a little bit. But for now, I'm pretty happy with overclock mode. It's, like I said, pulling about 104 watts, and I'm getting over 6 terahash, and we'll get it like a final number after it runs for a while. Some other settings, automatic fan control. I'm going to leave that activated. I'm going to let it control the temperature and ramp up the fan if it needs to. Flip screen, you can invert the screen 180 degrees. Say you want to mount it somewhere and you want to flip the screen over. There you go. You can do that here. In invert fan duty cycle, you can invert the polarity of the fan. Just make sure if you change anything, especially like the custom voltage and frequencies, if you want to overclock it, make sure you hit save and restart, and it'll reboot the machine. Then also, here's where you can update the firmware if they roll out any other new firmware. We're looking good so far. We've been running for 53 minutes, and I'm getting 6.1 terahash per second. So let's go ahead and do some decibel testing. We'll double check the meter box, see where we're at, and then we'll get the thermal imaging camera out, the Predator, and see if we got any hotspots on this thing, and check the heat on the power brick too. Let's get a baseline because the air conditioner's on. I got other equipment in here. Baseline's around 48 to 49 decibels. Let's get closer to our Hammer miner. It's really quiet, guys. 49, 50 decibels and 6.1 terahash, still 104 watts of this thing so far. Now let's get the thermal imaging camera out, the Predator. Okay, so check this thing out. We've got 61 degrees, and right at that 61 degree mark is where they have a heat sink. So I have a feeling a lot of that heat is dissipating off of that heat sink. 62 degrees when we get up to the front of it. The fan keeping everything nice and cool. Just that one hot spot where that heatsink is. So we're looking good there. Now let's check out the power brick. How is this power brick handling 100 watts of power going through it? As you can see, really no problem. It's just warm to the touch. Nothing to be concerned about. I love solo mining at home and having the chance to hit a Bitcoin block, but I also love mining with the big boys, but my electric rate's too high. It just doesn't make sense. That's why I've got my miners hosted over at Terra Hosting. If you guys want to check them out, links in the description. I've got L9s over there. I've got Caspa miners over there. They handle it all. So give them a call. Tell them Greater Good Mining sent you. Use the link in the description and fill out the form. Let them know what you want to send over there. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, you can get a discount if you're a Terra Hosting client. So check out what they've got. L9s, discounts for their current clients. So all kinds of equipment. Z15 Pros, these are very profitable right now. I have multiple L9s that I bought earlier this year. I've got KS5 Pros. I wish I would have picked up a KS7 when they had them for sale, but I think they're out right now. So anyway, check out the Terra portal. I'll leave that link in the description as well. And tell them Greater Good Mining sent you. Keep an eye out for future videos. I'll probably be messing around with this thing and tinkering with it and overclocking it and trying to undervolt it and who knows what else. I like to mess with this stuff. Also, I will be doing another video at some point where I show you how to set up your own Bitcoin node. I'm going to mine to my own nodes with my home miners. That's what I like to do. I just haven't had the chance to set up my own Bitcoin node yet. So keep an eye on the channel, subscribe, hit notification bells if you want to see stuff like this in the future. Now, I don't have a discount code for you guys on this, but Red Panda does. So go ahead and use RPM's code for 5% off. I was able to get $17.50 off. This is his miner that he collaborated with on for Plebsource. So use his discount code, save yourself some money, and have some fun with it.
The Greater Good.